Yes, good morning, everybody. Today I'm going to explain Chapter 1 Civics on Equality Part 2. In this video, you can understand about the equality in Indian democracy, how equality has come up in Indian democracy. The Indian Constitution recognizes every person as equal. This means that every individual in the country, including male and female, from all castes, religions, tribes, educational and economic backgrounds, are recognized as equal, whether they belong from any caste, creed, religion, whether they are educated or uneducated, whether they are rich or poor. They can belong from any background. They are recognized as equal in our Indian constitution. Next, there are several laws in the Indian constitution that states that every person is recognized as equal. Now you can understand by this picture in a better way. They are, whether they are belong from any caste, creed, religion, they all are equally treated in our country by our Indian Constitution. The Indian Constitution recognizes all persons as equals. This means that every individual in the country, irrespective of her caste, religion, educational, and economic backgrounds, is recognized as equal. Although in, in, inequality still exists in the country, yet the principle of the equality of all persons is recognized. While earlier no law existed to protect people from discrimination and ill treatment, now there are several that work to see that people are treated with dignity. Now in our country, all the persons are recognizing equal in a society. Next, next is midday meal. Midday meal is started by our government for the poorest of the poor. The government has provided a midday meal scheme. This program, introduced by all government schools to provide children cooked food. What are the benefits of midday meal? That are, more poor children have begun regular attending school. Their attendance have improved, and this reduced prejudice as both upper and lower caste sit together and eat the meal. In this, you can understand in a better way. The midday meal program is an initiative taken by the government. It is a popular scheme launched by the government on 15th August 1995. This program has been introduced in all government elementary schools to provide children with cooked lunch, and benefits already we have discussed. You can understand more poor children have begun enrolling and regularly attending school. Next, with the midday meal being provided in school, children's attendance has improved. Their mothers, who earlier had to come back to home from their work to feed their children, but now no longer need to do so. Next, this program has also helped reduce caste prejudice because both lower and upper caste children in the school eat this meal together. Upper caste children in the school eat this meal together, and I don't think this program would be more effective Inequality still exists in every nook and corner. Big differences can be seen between schools that are rich attend and those that the poor attend. However, this program may prove to be a step in the direction of establishing equality in the country. Now, next is equality in other democracy. Equality in other democracy. In this slide, you have to understand about the equality in other democracy. Different type of peoples are there. Some are black in color, some are white. So they are discriminated, they had discriminated in some countries. So there are several other countries where was struggle for equality. In America, the discrimination on the basis of races like blacks and whites because of the color. Rosa Parks was an American African woman tried from a long day to tired from a long day at work. She refused to give up her seat to a white man in 1955. Her refusal that they started a huge agitation against unequal ways in which African Americans were treated. In this, you have to understand about in this you can understand India is not only the country where there is inequality, but also there are many democratic countries around the world where the issue of equality continues to be the key issue around which communities struggle. Already we have discussed the issue of the Rosa Parks. She was an African American woman in the United States of America. The Afro American were seriously discriminated against. They were considered to be the social inferiors. One more thing you can understand, that Civil Rights Act was passed in year 1964. The act prohibited discrimination on the basis of race, religion, or national origin. It also stated that all schools would be open to Afro American children and that they would no longer have to attend separate schools, specially set up for them. However, a majority of Afro Americans continue to be among the poorest of the country. And next is a challenges of democracy. In this, you have to understand what were the challenges in front of the democracy. The struggle for the recognition of all the persons as equal and for their dignity should be maintained so that we may be hopeful for a society of equals. In this, in spite of several efforts made by the government, inequalities still exist in our society. Even today, low caste peoples are being discriminated against and treated unequally. The reason behind is that people refuse to think of them as equal even though the law requires it. This attitude of the people is so deep rooted that it cannot change all of a sudden. It will take time, and even though people are aware that discrimination is against the law, they continue to treat others unequally, unequally on the basis of caste and religion. People are also discriminated against on the basis of economic status. As everybody knows, in our country there is a too much gap between the richer or a poor, and disability and gender. Unless people believe that every person deserves to be treated equally and with dignity, The present attitude cannot be rooted out. Changing people's attitude is a very slow process, and hence, establishment of equality in society is a continuous struggle. So, I think this chapter would be clear to all. Thank you very much.